My husband said he never wanted to bring me on his family trip, and I heard everything. I was 3 days into this family vacation that I stupidly begged to join. His family does this trip every year, and since we hadn't been married long, I thought, hey, this could help us bond. He hesitated when I asked. That should have been my first clue, but I pushed, and he finally said, okay, fine, come with. Not exactly romantic, but whatever. When we arrived, his family looked surprised. Not happy surprised. More like, oh, you're here? But they said hi, gave stiff hugs, and we all moved on. I spent the first days trying hard to be helpful. Cooking, cleaning, helping with the kids, setting up breakfast. I was doing everything I could to not be the awkward wife nobody knows. Then came day 3. Everyone was outside at this big wooden table, his parents, his brothers, their spouses. I was inside chopping fruit for a big bowl of salad. I remember trying to make it look nice because I wanted them to like me. Stupid. I picked up the bowl and started walking outside. I could hear them talking, laughing, and then suddenly his mom's voice cut through everything. Did she really have nowhere else to spend the weekend? It hit my ears weird. I slowed down. My brain went, wait, who's she talking about? I kept walking, still unsure, and then I heard his voice loud, annoyed, like he'd been holding it in for days. I know, and I didn't want to bring her with me, but what was I supposed to do? You know how pushy she gets. My arms went numb. The bowl almost slipped out of my hands. My heart was beating so hard I could hear it in my ears. Pushy, didn't want to bring me. I'd been cooking for them, cleaning for them, smiling like an idiot while they barely talked to me, and he was sitting there calling me a problem? His brother laughed. Someone muttered, yeah, she's a lot. His mom snorted, like they'd all been keeping this secret joke from me. I stood there, frozen behind this glass door, clutching a bowl of fruit, listening to my own husband talk about me like I was some stray dog he was forced to bring along. I didn't walk out. I didn't say anything. I just turned around, walked back inside, put the bowl down on the counter, and went straight to the bedroom. My hands were shaking so badly, I couldn't even unzip my bag. I grabbed my phone and booked the soonest flight home without even thinking. My whole body felt like it was buzzing humiliation, anger, sadness, all hitting me at once. I didn't pack nicely. I just shoved everything into my suitcase, zipped it, and walked out of that room like I was escaping a fire. No note, no goodbye, nothing. I ordered a ride and waited outside the hotel, praying none of them walked out and saw me. When the car arrived, I got in and didn't look back once. At the airport, he started calling, over and over, text after text. Where are you? Why aren't you answering? Did something happen? I only replied once. I'm home. That was it. He came back the next day, furious. Not sad, not confused, furious at me. The second he walked through the door, he started yelling. What you did was so disrespectful. You embarrassed me. You embarrassed my family. You acted like a child. I stared at him, completely silent, until I finally said the one thing I'd been holding in. I heard what you said. His whole face froze. And then he actually tried to blame me. You were eavesdropping? Seriously? That's the problem. You always push. They'll warm up to you when they want to. You forced yourself on that trip. I told you they weren't ready. My jaw dropped. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. He wasn't even sorry. Not a single word about how cruel his comments were. Not even fake guilt, just anger at me for finding out. So yeah, he said, pointing at me like he was my teacher scolding me. They're disappointed. And now they think you're rude. If you wanted them to like you, you really messed that up. And then he actually said it again, louder this time. This is your fault. Something inside me snapped. Not loud, not angry, just this cold, quiet break. I walked right past him, grabbed my half-open suitcase from the corner of the room, and dragged it into the hallway. He followed me, still ranting, still calling me dramatic, still insisting I ruined the vacation. I didn't say a word. I rolled my suitcase to the front door, opened it, looked him in the eyes one last time, and I said very calmly, you didn't want to bring me? Good. Now you won't have to again. Then I shut the door in his face.